sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We own the back top, we own the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fight. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we write the story. Feel the thunder, hear the crowd ignite. We on the back top, we on the fight. Tempers get hot when the rubber burns. A push to a shove, a lesson is learned. Fists might fly when the tension breaks. You do what you gotta, for goodness sakes. It's Sunday, Sunday, blood, sweat, and glory. Highline racing, yeah, we ride.
Somebody's going to win, somebody's going to lose. Losing is not even fun.
All right, we are live right here in Talladega on the Highline Racing Network for our final race of the inaugural season. It's been a good one. It's been a really good one. But Trevor Haley of Dark Horse Racing, he clinched the championship last week following the IRSSS. Wow, I can't speak. The IRSS race, which is iRacing Super Speedway. And tonight is going to be a good one. Tonight's going to be a really good race. We're going to hop around track real quick. We are not doing so hot for time. We're going to let you guys see the full Highline episode 16. But before we do that, we're going to hop around track, get eyes on just a few drivers before we get right into it. Here we're taking a look at Brian Hebert. Brian Hebert of CNY Garage. Joe Stafford. Joe Stafford making a pit stop here with us. Joe there in the 57. Good to see you out here. Grim Mason. Grim Mason back again. There in the Skittles 18. Looks like we got Chevelle Presley in the house. Chevelle Presley, good to see Chevelle. We've raced with Chevelle for a couple years now. Always good to see Chevelle. Nick Bauman there on the high side. Oh, he's in the 88, being tracked as 31 tonight. And last but not least, we're going to get eyes on SMT's Evan Perry, as he's coming out in his 72 SMT racing car there. Jerry Fassett of AWR getting around with the Highliner across the hood. Much love, much love. And last but not least, we're going to take a look here at the 37 there by Eric Rodeman in the Hooters car. Good to see Eric out here. We're going to be back here in just a moment, getting see a few more of these drivers. We're coming up on just over 15 minutes before green flag, so we're going to get right into episode 16, or I should say episode 15. Here it is.
Welcome back to the show. We crowned 2 winners at IRSS, baby. You heard me, boys. It's go time, Dan.
Man, oh man, it was awesome at IRSS. Stamper gets his first win, and Haley clinches the championship. We got the highlights and the interviews for sure. But recent news indicates Left Turn Lightning planned to sign Haley, but Red Bull was like, you got me tripping. Check out Red Bull backpedal on what they said last week.
Thanks for joining us here on the show's Hot Seat, Mark Sylvester.
Thanks. Glad to be here.
Well, you signed Haley after you said he must win just last week. Watch this playback.
I know you wanted that win, but your day is coming, buddy. You're still the champ.
Thanks, man.
Red Bull has a clause in Haley's contract that states he must win at least one race or he will lose the top sponsorship. Let's hear from them now.
Red Bull wins stages, races, and the championship. That's the standard, and currently Trevor has not won through 14 races. We are actively looking at moving up several drivers to the Highline Cup Series, and yes, SVG and Connor Zilisch could replace Haley.
Really, I thought we were going to be talking about SVG losing to Tyler.
Nope, not today.
Yeah.
Admit it, man.
Yeah.
You guys got nervous about Haley signing with LTL Energy Drinks, and you guys went back on your word.
Look, we did what we had to do,
Right.
but we don't answer to you or anybody. All right, guys, let's get down to business. Check out these highlights.
Haley takes stage 1 and DHR goes 1, 2, 3 in stage 1. Check it out.
You guys all took 2 tires as they are moving into turn 3 as we speak. Coming to stage 1. Let's see if Brandon Showers makes any move as they're through turn 4. No move as of yet. There it is. Brandon Showers making the move. Oh my goodness, here it is. Nick Bauman, I think. I think Nick Bauman takes it. Wow, we're gonna have to go back. We're definitely gonna have to go back. It's looking like Trevor Haley won the stage, but we're taking it back right now. Not easy to see. Taking it quarter. Man, it looks to me like Nick Bauman.
I don't know what they saw there, but whatever. We got stage 2 coming up right after these messages.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
Twinkle Toes over here took second in the first stage, but lucked out and won stage 2. Check it out.
With Trevor Haley being the points leader, at this point, Brandon Showers might elect to go with Nick Bauman to potentially ensure a win. Or I shouldn't say to ensure a win, but just to get more points than our points leader tonight. I don't know what Nick Bauman's got going on tonight, but it's looking like Nick Bauman posted a picture in the Discord. It looks like he might be racing on a laptop at the moment with his Moza wheel connected. As we are coming through turn 3 right now with the leaders. As we are coming right now, who's it gonna be? Who's it gonna be? It looks like it's gonna be Nick Bauman. Nick Bauman has won stage 2. Nick Bauman, Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Alex Neball, and Evan Perry. Dark Horse 1, 2, 3 once again.
Girl, show us Stamper getting that win already.
Okay, let's go.
We thought he had it. Wow. These guys still battling it out right now. It looks like it is still going down. Oh, and they're wrecking, but Sean Stamper still has it. Sean Stamper will win. Sean Stamper wins tonight. We called it twice. We thought he had it earlier, but he had one more lap to go, and he gets it. Sean Stamper wins right here on the iRacing Super Speedway. Week 15 to pull his first win. His first win of the season.
Let's go! This is awesome! Can your boy get signed now? Either way, we are celebrating all night. Yo, I'm Cody, but everyone calls me Pimp C. We are gonna start a new segment where I crack jokes about the drivers. And we may even upload audio sound bites from the race chat and Discord quotes and trash talk. Now to commercial. Before every race, I make sure my lug nuts are tight and my breakfast is tighter. Lug Nut Cereal Pride, breakfast at high speed. People always ask what makes me so fast on the track. Talent, skill? Nope, Lug Nut Cereal. It's the only breakfast built like racing tires because champions don't eat flakes, we eat lug nuts. Get yours at stores near you. This is what keeps me going after getting turned on the last lap. What a win! Congratulations, Sean. We had 2 winners. That's right, Trevor clinched the championship. Let's hear from the champ. I can't believe this. I got a new contract from Red Bull and took the championship for DHR, baby! Are the champions!
Yeah! Look at him. So wonderful. You're all out of time, so we are skipping the nerds over at Stats this week. See y'all Sunday at Dega.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal.
All right, we are back. Hope you guys enjoyed the latest episode of the show on the Highline Racing Network. Make sure you guys get over there, take a look at it, watch it again. Watch as many times as you like, but throw a comment down, throw a thumbs up, something, man. We're really on a big push. If you haven't subscribed yet, please subscribe to the Highline Racing Network on YouTube. We are fast approaching the ability to monetize on YouTube, and but we have to reach 1,000 viewers before that window is going to open for us. With that said, we're just under 900 right now, as far as I know. So we need to get it up 100. So if you haven't, help your boy out. We're going to be bouncing around quick because this race is fast approaching. We're going to get eyes real quick on Ryan Wilson, the Wolf of AWR. He's in the house tonight. Take a look at some of our teams in the race tonight. We definitely know we've got AWR coming through, Dark Horse. Taking a look at some of the drivers from the AWR team right now that'll be split but into 2 different teams is Alex Leeball, Eric Hayden, Brian Hayes, Jerry Fassett, Ryan Wilson, Kyle Cameron, and the voice of Highline Racing Network, Jim the Jet Sagredo. Good to see you out here, my man. All right, also looking at Easton Collins. Easton Collins, you know, he's a coming up. He's the young one. 13 years old, trying to make his mark, really trying to learn, doing some practice with AWR as well as LBS, so he's definitely on the right track moving forward. Speaking of which, Larkin Boyer tonight with Brandon Taylor, newest driver. As he's coming through, you know, we're going to try to get good eyes on his teammate tonight, Brandon Taylor. See if we can't get a real good look at this car. But he's coming through tonight, Brandon Taylor. Like I said, he's the newest driver to the team. You know, he's basically being signed as, you know, that Project Alpha is what they're referring to him as. You know, he's going to be out there running. He's their primary car. He's going to be trying to really collect data and intel throughout the course of the race on the tracks, the drivers, you know, all of that kind of stuff. So, you know, that's Project Alpha right there, being driven by Brandon Taylor, newest member of LBS. Good stuff, my friend, good stuff. Looks like Joe Manilla's actually out of Hyper Performance. Good to see him out here. Trying to get better eye on him there. It looks like he's going to be tracked as 39 tonight, but he's in the 28. Looks like his paint job is really messed up, man. Going to have to get you linked up with LB22 Designs on YouTube, man. Get your car situated. All right, man. We got some fans for you, so we're going to be bouncing over. We got down in the pits today. We seen the Jet giving autographs. We seen a couple crew chiefs. Seen a lot of different things, man. And Pimp C's back in the house. Something to look forward to next season. Yeah, that's what I said. Pimp C. Check it out.
If that dark horse driver Brandon Showers pushes us off our line again, we are going to put him in the wall. Look here, Slim, we only push slow cars out of our way, so tell Darnell to hold the yellow line or Brandon is going under him, period. I ain't worried about that, dude. Let's go get my good luck pre-race meal. Corn dogs and funnel cakes. Whoop, whoop.
Hold up, man. Why does dude look like Gollum from the iRacing protest department? Talking about my precious replay file.
If that ain't you, then, bruh, you have to be a real-life cornholio.
How are you guys?
Jim, do you really eat Toronto bread on pit stops?
I sure do. Every race. Are you guys going to watch the race again on the Highline Racing Network?
We are here to see our favorite team and driver, Josh McKinney, get the win.
And if we wreck out Michael Jennings, even better!
Jerry is our champ and everyone else sucks.
Jerry! Jerry! Jerry!
All right, man. That stuff old Pimp C had to show there with Cato, AWR's number 6. I don't think he's in the race tonight, or I haven't seen him just yet. But yeah, that had me rolling. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Throw a comment in the live chat if you liked that little skit with those fans and what you thought about the whole Cato gig. Let's see. We're coming up on about 3 minutes. Well, actually, we're behind a little. The race got started a little bit later this evening. Just due to some, to be honest, it was due to, for some reason, my new computer did not have daylight savings set. So we ended up getting it started just a few minutes late. So that's a blessing. Gives me a little bit more time to look at some of these drivers, as we got Larkin Boyer here in the 33. Bryson Black is in the house. We just saw Jerry Bergeron. We just saw him, that exact car on the high line, doing a burnout right behind all the fans, man. Hopefully you guys liked all that kind of stuff. Looking at the chat right now, it says Trevor Haley, the champ, he was able to catch it, and he saw the little skit on Cato, man. He was digging it. Nice, man. That's the thing we're going to be doing next season as part of the show. We're going to have Pimp C. He's going to, make fun of some of the drivers, try to keep it fun, and you just got to remember at the end of the day, it's entertainment. Nothing personal. And in addition, we're looking for other little funny skits. At times, guys in the live race chat, some of these drivers, their emotions get to them. They start going off on one another, and frankly, sometimes it's brutal. Sometimes it's funny as hell. And we're going to try to capture some of those. And if we find the cool ones like that, we're going to post them on the under the segment there with Pimp C. And I mean, we'll go as far as even taking a look at the Beef channel. If there's something cool there, we might snatch that up too. Like just the other night, we found where Cato was doing his thing, and next thing you know, a video's being made of him, and he's trying to be funny. And hell, at the end of the day, it was funny. We put it all together, threw it down on the pre-race show tonight. Hopefully you guys enjoyed it. We definitely got we got the new commercial there with Lug Nut Cereal that Brian Hayes was instrumental in helping create. Brian Hayes is definitely in the race tonight. I'm not seeing him currently on track, but we're gonna keep looking. So we got eyes here on the 87 in the Cornflakes car. That's Brian Hebert of CNY. Taking a look at his teammates tonight. He's coming in pretty strong. Yes. By mistake, we have added Sebastian Sapin to his team, thinking that was Sebastian Michaels. We don't get too many Sebastians. We'll get that situated here momentarily. Dark horses, we're taking a look there with Randy Showers is loaded deep with our second place finisher in the league this year, Nick Bauman. Brandon Showers right there. Timothy Tyler, the CEO. Randy Showers, he's got a win. He's in the top 5 now. Juan Escamilla, 4 wins in the Highline Racing Network, but, coming through a little short, of winning. Had to take some time off. Trevor Haley capitalized on that as his teammate as well, and our champ, Trevor Haley, there as well. Coming through big. Take a look at try to pull up our season points here. There we go. Is the big news here is Trevor Haley at 699 points. Our winner clinched. But look at that big goose egg there. 0 wins. 0. A lot of controversy over, in the recent episodes of the show with Trevor Haley having not won, with the Red Bull sponsor saying that was one of the key components of his contract. But as soon as Left Turn Lightning energy drinks got involved, that changed everything. And all of a sudden, he's got a new contract. And, well, it's all covered on the episodes of the show. Check it out on YouTube. Sebastian Michaels there in his anime car, pushing his teammate. The big dog, Sean Stamper, coming through. Just got his first win last week. Everybody got to see Sean Stamper in the house. Much love to Sean Stamper. Nobody has more fans than Sean Stamper, that's for sure. Getting an indication that They're wanting us to try and refresh trading paints. We will try it, but after we go to a different scene. Trying to get eyes on Sean Berry here. Sean Berry's in the house. Look like they're going out for one more quick little pit party. As we're going to go ahead, we're going to jump over. We're going to knock out the national anthem and try to do refresh trading paints and see if it'll pull up a different paint job for Juan Escamilla tonight. Trying to see if we can't get eyes on Juan. It looks like he's pulled out right now. He's showing in the Freeway 46. So we'll note the change. Get to your feet, guys. At national anthem. I do apologize. The national anthem is kicking off now.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming. And the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
All right, national anthem is complete. Trying to see if we can see a different car on Juan Escamilla. Not looking like it. Still seeing the 46 Freeway car. All right, throwing a message in the chat for Juan. Bouncing it around. Going to get eyes on Jacob Dawson here. See Jacob Dawson here in that Ally car. You know, we ain't gonna sugarcoat nothing. We had there was some issues with him. He made it into the Highline Racing Network's ban list. He raced with us the other night. We allowed him to stay, and we're definitely keeping an eye on him. If you're listening, man, we want more than anything to be your race of choice, to be your league of choice, to be friends. But I don't recall what you did now a while back, but you did something. So if you're down with being cool, we'll be down with being cool, and we'll move on, man, and we'll be racing forever. We'll be besties. Taking a look at Chase Shipley now. Chase Shipley there in a 42. Ooh. Easton Collins still working on his. We still got a little bit of time, not a whole lot. We're gonna save running the Lugnet commercial for a caution. But right before this race kicks off, we want to give a big shout out to iRacing. We're gonna hit this commercial and we'll be right back with you.
The most realistic online racing sim ever made. This is iRacing. Detailed laser scan tracks, fully dynamic, real world cars, and over 50 series to choose from. 6 online world championships offering over $400,000 in annual prizes. This is the original esport racing game. This is iRacing.
All right. Looking like we're having just a little bit of connectivity issues with SDK. Nothing too serious. We're going to get that situated as we speak. All right. It's looking like Bryce Hinton has pulled the pole position tonight. Well, let's take a look. Yes, sir. In row 1, Bryce Hinton and Nick Bauman. In row 2, Dark Horse's Trevor Haley, our champ, and LBS's Larkin Boyer. In row 3, Evan Perry and Alex Leeball. In row 4, Joe Manella and Jim Sagredo. Row 5, Joseph Barrow and David Applegate. Let's see, row 6. No surprise, Eric Hayden and Shane Haas. Row 7, Juan Escamilla and Kyle Cameron. Row 8, Brian Ebert and Sebastian Michaels. Row 9, Joseph Sefton and Maurice Suzuka. Sorry, man, don't know how to say your name. Randy Showers and his son, Brandon Showers, there on row 10. Row 11, Ryan the Wolf Wilson and Sean Stamper. Most popular driver out there in the Highline League. Yes, sir, Sean Stamper. Grim Mason and Eric Rodman there in row 12. In row 13, Nicholas Milbrand and Timothy Tyler. Row 14, John Cole Morgan and Darrell Temple. Row 15, Brian Hayes and Kenneth Brown. Row 16, Dan Witt and Chevelle Presley. In row 17, Alex Galloway and Jerry Bergeron. In row 18, Bryson Black and Jason Stevenson. In row 19, Leah Kiernan and Brandon Taylor. In row 20, Noah B. Johnson and Sean Berry. Row 21, Bill Walker and Steve Wickersham. Row 22, Chase Shipley and Jacob Dawson. Row 23, Easton Collins and Brandon Bikey. All right, Brandon Bikey of TWRS in the house. Big shout out to TWRS. Row 24, Dustin Haynes and Hunter Welch. Row 25, Jerry Fassett and Carlos Andrade. Row 26, Brian Duncan and Joe Stafford. Row 27, Andy Brinksman and Amanda Morgan. And Sebastian Sapin coming in row 28. All right. It does look like this is going down. There's Bryce Hinton there in the JBL. Nick Bauman there on the high side as they're coming into the Pedley's garage. Start zone for the last time of the season to kick off the race right here on the Highline Racing Network in Talladega.
Green flag.
And we are off. Nick Bauman in the 33 of Larkin Boyer of LBS right there on the high side as they're starting to pull. We're going to have a phenomenal race. I want to remind everybody of the rules as we got guys going around. Look like somebody from the top side took somebody out. We're going to go back and take a look. Not exactly sure where it happened. We're going to take it full speed.
Caution. Bud, why don't you give me status on your car there?
Looks like we got some guys blinking out there. Never good when you got guys blinking like that. We're going to go try to see Timothy Tyler here. See if we can't get eyes on maybe what happened from him. Definitely got a Buffalo Bills car involved. Quarter speed right here. Watching forward. Looks like the wreck happened up front. .41 is involved. .27 to 18 coming back, catching John Cole Morgan as well. We'll bring it back one more time. A lot of guys in the race tonight. A lot of guys. Just can't tell exactly who that is up there. Full speed. Guys just got into it. They just got into it with each other there. Wow. A lot of guys involved in issues on this one. Well, the caution typically doesn't come out always on the Highline Racing Network right away. It's usually by stage, but when we got longer stages like this one, going to lap 25, 50, 75, what we tend to do is if a wreck happens in the first 3 laps, we'll go ahead, we'll throw that caution right away. But outside of that, any other cautions throughout the course of this stage, I should say there's not going to be a caution until the stage at lap 25 now. After each stage, they'll have that opportunity. If there's a big wreck involving a lot of cars, caution will come out within the first 3 laps of the race going back green. Getting some shout outs for Sean Stamper all over the chat. So we're definitely looking for the 09. Sean Stamper there. Looks like he is getting caught back up. Sean Stamper is indeed caught up.
Green flag, green flag.
As we are going back green through the eyes of the drivers. Let's see how this turns out now as we're back live on the Highline. Bryce Hinton leading the way. Nick Bauman right there with him. These guys are really going to be going at it all night. Bryce Hinton there in the JDL. He is definitely going to be, a threat all night to Dark Horse, especially if he links up with Larkin Boyer and LBS. Got some people giving shout outs to Sean Stamper, letting us know that they like the way his car looks. It was nice. Bouncing around track now. Looks like it's pretty stable at the moment, as we're going to get eyes on Dan Witt there in the 99. Running the bottom line. We got a little bit of intel on our race analysis on Dan Witt. A-class driver. They say he runs hard. Said he runs clean. We're going to keep an eye on him. We don't have much info on his qualifying and his race, but other than the A-class license. Kyle Cameron, though, on the other hand, we got a lot of info. He's the captain of AWR. The A-class driver does not run officials very often anymore. Predominantly a super speedway superstar, has dominated a lot of different series. Had to take about 6 months off. Recently back in, over the last couple of months, I say 2 or 3 months. Well, I think it was back in January. I think it was when Kyle Cameron made his return. Evan Perry of S7T. Evan Perry runs a lot of stuff. Big time Legends driver. Getting into a lot of different things here lately. We're looking forward to working with Evan on a big race in the near future. Evan Perry of SMT. Look him up. Brandon Bikey there in the 27. All of our setups for our league races come from TWRS. If you're looking for an open setup, if you like to compete in those open officials, TWRS is the way to go. Look them up on twrsetups.com. like I say, they're more than just a setup shop. They're community. They're race coaches. They teach people how to adjust their own setups based on their race style, etc. Really, really glad we teamed up with TWRS. Really hoping TWRS is gonna stay with us when we go into season 2. We're really hoping that our partnership continues to grow long and strong. Joseph Septon here in the 56, currently in 11th. He's on the come up. Chase Shipley's in here from FTRT. He's got a teammate as well, Kenneth Brown. Kenneth Brown also running a dark horse car. Not too many people run, shouldn't say a dark horse car, we're so used to calling Red Bull cars dark horse cars. So many of the Red Bull cars are loaded down with dark horse drivers, but interested to see as FTRT coming through big tonight. Appreciate you guys making it. We're up to lap 10. Looking at Joe Manila now. Joe Manila currently in 6th, running strong, holding his spot, up 1, I should say. But Nick Bauman of Dark Horse, they're in that 88, being tracked as 31. He is dominating, running strong up front. Got a message from the CEO's wife here in the chat saying that she's here for the 83. Yes, ma'am. We know you're all about Timothy Tyler. We're going to get eyes on him. Probably going to take us just a minute to find him. We got over 50 drivers in the race tonight. We got him in sight there in the 83 Red Bull. Big shout out to Timothy Tyler and his wife for all the support on the Highline Racing Network. Much love. Lap 12. Starting to see some of these AWR guys working their way up into the fight. Jim Sagridu currently in 14th, as he's right there with the nationwide 88 of Brandon Taylor. Kyle Cameron, he's fighting. Kyle Cameron, captain of AWR, running the high side right now, currently in 4th, up 10 spots. We're going to take a look at our biggest gainers here in just a moment. We did see Ryan Wilson there for a moment, not seeing him now, as he has dropped back to 15th, linked up with his teammate Alex Leeball. Alex Leeball, Hunter Welch, Shane Haas, Chase Shipley, all these guys in this pack here coming through. All right, guys, we're going to put it over. We're going to let you guys check out the Crank It Up the Crank It Up cam, and we'll be right back with you. We are back with you. As we're seeing, we saw some guys getting into it there. It's like John Cole Morgan. We're going to go check out John Cole Morgan. John Cole Morgan there in the yellow 64. Gonna have to get a better camera angle on that one, as that whole front end is destroyed. Looks like going in for a pit stop. Losing control, it looks like, blowing that engine. And then he gets clipped by another car going into pit road. Getting back on board with the leaders at the moment. Jim Sagridu. Back on board now. It's Jim Sagridu. They're in the Toronto 21, but being tracked as number 50 tonight. Was late getting registered. Ryan Wilson. Ryan Wilson a little ways back, about 4 seconds away. We're going to be going all the way to lap 25 though before we see the next caution. And at that point, all these guys that were involved in the wrecks, they'll have an opportunity to get those cars fixed, get back on the lead lap. We're going to watch right here as the voice of the I-Line, Jim Sagridu, who we saw earlier in the fans and crew chiefs clip as he was out there signing autographs. See him going into his pit box. Looks like he goes in pretty smooth. As Nick Bauman and company are overtaking right now. As they are now Nick Bauman has regained his lead on the race with his teammate Trevor Haley right on him. Brandon Showers, Randy Showers. We got 1, 2, 3, 4 Dark Horse drivers up front with Larkin Boyer right behind them. Watching these guys battle up front. Watching Trevor Haley peeking out, getting the air. Only problem here is Larkin Boyer is not really going to be able to make much of a move with all these dark horse drivers there. Right now, anyways, there's no way. These other dark horse drivers will definitely give it a shot. They'll go for winning. You know, they'll definitely go for winning the stage, but they're not going to sell themselves short of dark horse not winning the stage and allowing somebody like Larkin Boyer to slide in and get it. They're definitely gonna do what they got to do to keep that tight. Up to lap 21 now. Like 8 cars just running the bottom right now. Gotta see Larkin Boyer. You know, Bryce Hinton, he's a little bit further back, I guess. We've got lap cars in the mix. We got lap cars in the mix right now with Larkin Boyer and company. Trying to get eyes on some of those cars. See if those are cars that might be favorable for Larkin as they're coming to their own 22 now. He's got Brandon Taylor right behind him. Brandon is a lap down, but that is his teammate there in the Project Alpha car. Right behind him, Daryl Temple. Not sure if Daryl Temple will be willing to be an ally there with the LBS crew, as well as Sean Berry. Once again, these are newer drivers on the I-line. That's Nick Bauman now. 2 laps to go to the stage. They're trying to traverse with a few lap cars now. But so far, Nick Bauman, Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Randy Showers, and Larkin Boyer are our top 5. This here is going to take us to the final lap of the stage. Bryce Hinton and company just really far back there. As our leader, Nick Bauman, with 12 laps led. On the move, it looks like Larkin Boyer is trying to make a move. He's got his teammate Brandon Taylor in tow. It looks like he had a little bit of help, but they fell short, dropped back down. That's going to be detrimental. Nick Bauman coming through the tri-oval, gets turned. We're going to have to go back and see that one. Oh boy, as Larkin Boyer, it looks like it's going to take the stage. Larkin Boyer takes the stage after the wreck. Wow, we're taking it back. We're going to take it back for a photo finish first and foremost. Trying to get eyes on the photo finish for Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer there in the 33 Moneyline car, bringing it home. Bringing it home for LBS. As LBS has taken stage 1. But we really got to get back. We got to see what happened with Nick Bauman there. He had it in the bag. We're going right behind him. I want to see it. I think he might have came up and got turned across the nose, possibly, of the 33, or took a bump. Here we go. We're going to take it back just a hair more, and then we're going full speed with it. Oh, just comes across. It looks like comes up, trying to protect his position. Quarter speed. It looks like Nick Bauman comes up, trying to protect, trying to maintain first position, seeing that LBS was on the move here. This is slow motion. He comes up, doesn't quite get all the way up as he gets hit. We'll take it back in full speed one more time. Yeah, I think that was just a late move on the 88's part of Nick Bauman. He just came up a little bit late. Didn't leave Larkin Boyer much time to react, as they were already touched in a off-center. He was already getting bumped as soon as he came up off-center, because he just wasn't there yet. Just wasn't there in time for him to be lined up in front of Larkin Boyer there. As we're going back live. And while we're here, we're going to kick it over to a quick commercial.
Highline Racing's official fuel. So strong, you'll pit for seconds.
One leg, full throttle. Black Flag coffee keeps me hopping faster than pit road gossip. Black Flag coffee, because sleep is for the caution laps. That will do it. When it's time to go lightning fast, you need Team Watson Racing setups. We use real thunder.
When you're looking for a setup and a community that stands behind it, Team Watson Racing Setups. Serious setups for drivers who are done guessing.
Before I had left turn lightning, I finished 18th. Now I still finish 18th, but way faster. Does it help with braking? Braking? We don't do that here. Left Turn Lightning Energy Fuel, official drink of Highline Racing Network. Full send approved.
Turn it up. Let it in. Lights come on, engines on low. Friday night.
All right, we are back. We're not the biggest fans of the little track map that SDK provides. We'll get that out of your way here in just a moment. We're just over here. We do everything ourselves. We do all of the producing, you know, we do all the broadcasting, we do everything on the fly over here. So we had a little bit of a hiccup in the program. Had to fix a few things, but it's on. As it looks like we're going to be going back green. We'll be going back green with Trevor Haley, Larkin Boyer, Brandon Showers, Joe Manila, and Evan Perry. Our top 5. Once again, taking a look at this team graphic here of AWR tonight. As Trevor Haley, Brandon Showers, Randy Showers, Timothy Tyler, Nick Bauman, and Juan Escamilla making up the Dark Horse team. Gonna have to get Larkin Boyer's new teammate, get him situated once again. But the lights are out. We'll get to that here in a moment. But we're going to be going back green as Trevor Haley is taking us through turn 4 now. All right, I'll remind you, everybody's going to be going into the Pedley start zone as Trevor Haley's going to be taking us back green. And we are off with Larkin Boyer there on his high side. Brandon Showers right behind his teammate Trevor Haley, and they are on the move. Trevor Haley leading the way. Oh, we had a car come down. Looks like bumped SMT's Evan Perry. Everyone has saved it, though. Watching Trevor Haley come through with Brandon Showers. Brandon Showers being tracked as 23. He's got the Valvoline 23 car. I apologize. I'm so used to Ryan Wilson running 23. I thought maybe Showers had the wrong number on tonight. As Larkin Boyer there, he's on a big push. He's on a big push to the front. I would not doubt it if he drops low, leaving Joe Manila out to dry. As I do believe Joe Manila is a newer driver in the league. As Brandon Bikey there on the high side, he's getting past. I do believe Brandon possibly still a lap down, trying to just latch on here. And there they go. The 23 is involved in a wreck. We're going to take that back right here. As Joe Manila was involved in it. Kenneth Brown as well. Taking it quarter speed. Brian Hayes is involved as well. Just comes down, takes out Brandon Showers. We're going to go back just a hair. Not sure if he was pushed. Brandon Showers comes up actually tapping the 28, which throws them both out of whack. Nick Bauman also involved in a crash. We're going back. The caution flag has come out as a result of all of this, as we're looking at two Dark Horse drivers locked onto each other right here. We're going to take that quarter speed. Looks like guys are trying to give room. It looks like the guy's going to be coming back up on track. There, the Joe Manila. Kyle Cameron there on the high side. These guys are wrecking up front in front of the 72, which comes up, tapping and closing the door on the 88, sending him up into his teammate there. As we're going to take that back one more time. See if we can't get on SMT. And we're going to bring it full speed here this time around. Evan Perry's about to get forced up. Ooh, Evan Perry gets caught across the nose. That's what it is. And then that causes him to get forced up. Kicking off that wreck back there with Nick Bauman. As we're getting back live. As we're back live with Trevor Haley. Looks like a lot of guys coming out of pit road. Got an indication of Larkin Boyer involved in something. We're going to jump back and see that really fast. Let's see what happened with Larkin Boyer here. So there's Larkin Boyer. We're going full speed. Larkin Boyer is heading into the pits. Or he's got engine problems, run out of gas, something. But he's going to be okay. It's just, it looks like due to the... See if we can't see it one more time here. Larkin Boyer looks like he might just be out in front of the pack too far, stopping on track for too long. Will trigger a wreck. It does look like he's okay. Looks like he's just allowing for some cars to get by. Looking at chat. They're saying they're shouting out Sean Stamper, saying that Sean Stamper's moving up fast. You ain't kidding. As he's all the way up into P2 with the friendly face right behind him of Bryce Hinton. Both of these drivers, have run quite a bit together, over the last probably, 8 months or so from what I know of. As it looks like Bryce Hinton faking me and potentially trying to fake out some other guys as he's trying to get in. He's trying to get into the tricking people like he's going to go into the pits. Jerry Bergeron. Jerry Bergeron currently in 34th. Pace car's taking these guys through 3. We're going to be going back live, back green flag racing here momentarily. Sean Stamper now on the high side. As Trevor Haley will be taking us back green as the pace truck is heading in. Remind everybody, we're not going to see another caution until lap 50. Trevor Haley taking it green right now as they're off, and Sean Stamper right there on the high side with Sebastian Michaels of CNY right behind him. Trevor Haley keeping it down low, locked on with Bryce Hinton. Bryce Hinton there in the JBL 28. Listening to the chat, apparently one of Sean's fans is telling us that they're sick, they're running fevers, the whole nine. The doctor's telling them that they still got to get out here and they got to watch Sean Stamper race. They're saying it should be a miracle cure. Okay? Whatever it takes, we hope you feel better. But Trevor Haley running strong as Sean Stamper dropped back to 4th. I'd like to remind everybody, Sean Stamper was our winner at IRSS, getting his first win of the season in week 15. Bouncing around track, David Applegate currently does not have a team, but he did start 10th, and he is now all the way up to 3rd. Big shout out to CNY Garage's Sebastian Michaels, as he's out here running strong with his teammates. Brian Duncan in the house from BRX. Running strong there in the 13 on the bottom line. Got eyes on the hood there to Brian Duncan. The VRX across the hood. We've run some races with VRX, man. Much love for Mama T and all them over there. We just got pushed over, doing our own thing, running. We ran with S&M for a long time, and now we're doing our own gig, man. But we got nothing but love for VRX. Love to work with you guys one day. Got a good shot of the VRX car here with the 73 of Nicholas Milbrand there on the high side in the Buffalo Bills car. Alex Leeball, AWR, he's in the house running strong in a 24 DuPont car. Taking a look at the AWR drivers, remind you again, Brian Hayes, Jerry Bassett, Jim Segredo, Alex Leeball, Eric Hayden, Brian Wilson, and Kyle Cameron. As currently, Jerry Bassett, Alex Leeball, and Brian Hayes are teamed up, while Kyle Cameron, Eric Hayden, Jim Segredo, and Ryan Wilson are teamed up. They're in different chats as the Ryan Wilson crew's running in the race control chat, and the other guys are running in the admin chat. Good stuff, guys. Good stuff. Fight it out. Fight it out. Trevor Haley still holding it strong up front. Bryce Hinton looking content to hold it there with him. But I'm seeing some AWR drivers there with Kyle Cameron and the Wolf right on him with Jerry Bergeron getting in the mix. Because these guys are really going to be trying to work it hard. They're trying to get together. Jerry Bergeron edged out Friday night over Dark Horse's Trevor Haley. Jerry Bergeron there in the one, picking up a big win after total of 4 podium finishes throughout the course of the week. On the high line, not able to pick up a win in the league just yet for Jerry Bergeron, but we are pulling from that. Going on board with Ryan Wilson. We're currently on board with Ryan Wilson as he's pushing his teammate, and they're trying to get the side draft strong as he's all over the 44. They gotta watch it as he's got a lap car up here on the wall. But this is where they're seriously making the push. If Ryan Wilson is able to get out, they might drop. Not sure if they're just going to be content holding and managing the race with the side draft, holding the middle line. As I can see right now, as Ryan Wilson is trying to cool the car. You're going to see Ryan Wilson is going to be, sliding up, doing whatever he can. Right now, he's dragging back a little bit, trying to get air. As we're seeing Kyle Cameron. Kyle Cameron's got some funny stuff on the back of his car. Yes, sir. We're going to see it right now. Oh, Nelly's got the little Gollum mix with Zach Cato going on the back left bumper of the car. Oh, man, that's awesome. Much love, Kyle. Good stuff, my friend. As they are dominating right now up front, running the show right here on the final race of the inaugural season here in Talladega. As it looked like I might have seen Trevor Haley dropping down low back there. Looks like he's got help from Nick Bauman. Nick Bauman, though, a lap down. As Jerry Bergeron getting into the door there with Kyle Cameron. Not sure who touched who, but they're side drafting. I got to tell you, man, just like they say, rubbing's racing, and that's what we just saw there. A little bit of rubbing. We're definitely going to bounce it around and take a look at some of these cars. Got a lot of guys still fighting it out. But we got a big-time battle up front at the moment. As Jerry Bergeron right there with Nick Bauman and Trevor Haley. And the AWR duo on the high side. Gonna bounce it around. Got eyes on Brian Hayes. We saw Brian Hayes got involved in something earlier. As Brian Hayes is there with his old teammate a long time ago, about a year ago, was an SMT driver. So these two guys do indeed have a working relationship. Looks like they're kind of taking it easy at the moment with Brian Hebert in tow in the Cornflakes car. Alex Galloway been making a big push here lately. Strong driver. Very strong driver. As he's looking forward to next season as well. Looks like he's going to be bringing in a pretty solid team. They're telling us in chat they agree. If you ain't rubbing, you ain't racing. Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Look for Grim Mason. Looks like some of these guys are real tight at the moment. Grim Mason playing it cool. Jerry Bergeron taking us to lap 47. I'll remind you, stage 2 will be at lap 50. Jerry Bergeron struggling to maintain speed with the Highline side draft, as Trevor Haley looks like he's getting slow, getting slowed back as well. But Ryan Wilson there right behind Zach Cato. They're going to be looking to make a move to get down and get in front of Nick Bauman at some point. They're not overly concerned at the moment because Nick Bauman is down a lap. As Trevor Haley is elected to go in, he's pitting. So we will see what's going to happen here as these guys are definitely going to want to be flying. It looks like Evan Perry and Brian Hayes are now linked up. Also laps down as they're with Nick Bauman on the move. Jerry Fassett, he's currently up 23 spots, but we're going to take a look at our biggest gainers of the evening. Currently, Hunter Welch, wow, all the way up 42 spots, getting eyes on the man. Get eyes on him as well as Brian Duncan. Brian Duncan who's up 36. Brian Duncan there in the white 13. As he's coming around. And we'll take one more look at old Easton Collins. Easton Collins currently in 17th spot. Looks like he's just now coming back out on track.
Caution's out.
And there it is.
How's my radio been today? Could you hear me?
We're going to take that back because we almost missed it as they hit for stage 2. Well, we're definitely going to take that back and see it one more time. Because we got carried away looking at some of those drivers. It looks like Kyle Cameron takes it. As we're going to take it full speed for a moment here. And then we'll take it back and get a photo finish. It's Kyle Cameron there in the middle. Alex Lieball on the bottom. And Bryce Hinton there on the high side. Wow, we're going to have to go back and see. Bryce Hinton. Not sure. We're going to see that right now, though. We're going to go for the photo finish. Waiting for these guys to get there. We're going to stop it, switch angles, and take a look. I do believe our stage winner is Bryce Hinton. We're going to get confirmation there, though, right now. As indeed, Alex Lieball was a lap down. Kyle Cameron is right there, but Bryce Hinton is going to take the stage. So good stuff on Bryce Hinton there in the 28 JBL car. Taking the stage. as also as our pole winner tonight. So good stuff on good stuff there as we're going back live. Waiting to see. It's tracking Bryce Hinton. Easton Collins, who stayed out. He probably should have pitted. Because now he's going to be off. He's going to be off on his laps, and he's going to have to hopefully find some people to pit with him. But he stayed out. So Easton Collins, Bryce Hinton, Shane Haas, Hunter Welch, and Kyle Cameron currently our top 5. If Easton Collins does not pit for gas like he should have. We got indications of an Alex Galloway incident. Bounce it around. It's looking like outside of that top 5, we're looking at Sean Stamper in P6, David Applegate, Trevor Haley, Brian Hibbard, and Sean Berry. Our top 10. And Sean Berry's up 30 spots, so he started 40th. Hunter Welch, like we mentioned earlier, they're in the 12. He's up 44 spots, as is Easton Collins. Easton Collins is scrubbing his tires. That is a big no-go. That does nothing for you at all. And when you're running these super speedways, running these NASCARs, yeah, now if you're running late models, it's a different story. But you running these, you do not need to do that at all. You're only hurting your tires. You're only almost wrecking too. A lot of guys wreck doing that. Pace cars on the back straights. Gonna be taking us back green here in a moment. I'll be right back with you. All right, we're back with you. Pace cars lights are out. We are coming to 53 as Easton Collins and Bryce Hinton are going to be taking us back green as at some point when Easton decides, as he comes into the Pedley start zone, it will be on him as he's coming in through the tri-oval as we speak. Bryce Hinton a little far back, but not too far back. He's within the car length. He is legal. Late green flag, and we're off as Easton Collins elected to not go on his own accord and waited for the flag. Bryce Hinton there on the high side, making serious moves with Hunter Welch, one of Texas's finest, pushing hard there in the 12. guys are battling. Bryce Henning still maintaining control as they're going around. Hunter Welch is going around. We saw it. That was a pretty decent wreck.
There better be some real fucking
The
problems out
caution
there for the
is
damn car.
out.
Big crash. Bro, if you could, I had no idea what was happening there. 10-4.
We're going to take it back. We're going to take it quarter speed here in the blimp. As we know, there we see the 12, so we definitely want to see Hunter. We're going to go back and see that, but we're seeing a lot of these guys involved in it. It's definitely a big one. Full speed. We're going to see it right here, full speed. The 12 gets wild there. And then he's turned, so we'll definitely get a better shot of that one. But a massive pile up. We're going to take it back. See exactly what kicked all this off. We know it was obviously the 12. We seen where he got a little wild there, ended up outside. We're going to take it full speed because it looked like he came back down, got caught when he shouldn't have come down across the nose of Sean Stamper. Now that's just me, what I think occurred, but we'll see. Here we go, full speed. So there he goes high, and indeed he starts coming back down. Like I said, comes across the nose of the 09 as he lost a lot of speed when he went up high like he did. And then he comes back down after slowing down, catches the nose of the 09 and causes a massive wreck. As we're back on board here with Bryce Hinton. Bryce Hinton and Shane Haas up front. Shane Haas there in the 27. Along with Grim Mason in the 18 Skittles car, who we saw involved in a significant wreck earlier. All right, well, while we're under caution, we'll take a quick look at the chat. We're hearing somebody named Immortal saying, oh, that's a bad one. Yes, sir, that definitely was. Well, we're going to show you the latest commercial if you missed it from the latest episode of the show that also aired pre-race tonight. But it's also in YouTube, man. Like I said, definitely get out there, definitely take a look. If you haven't subscribed to the Highline, please do. Please do. We're just shy of 900, working our way to 1,000. We need to get to that 1,000 mark so we can monetize. That's one of the key steps that we have to get to. So by all means, it don't cost anything to press the subscribe button. So please do if you haven't already. And but check out this latest commercial from Lug Nut Cereal. Let's see.
Before every race, I make sure my lug nuts are tight and my breakfast is tighter. Lug Nut Cereal Pride, breakfast at high speed. People always ask what makes me so fast on the track. Talent, skill? Nope, Lug Nut Cereal. It's the only breakfast built like racing tires because champions don't eat flakes, we eat lug nuts. Get yours at stores near you. This is what keeps me going after getting turned on the last lap.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal.
Riding on the circuit, hear the engines roar. Got my crew behind me, taking over the floor. While the haters hate, I'm
All right, well, we're back with you, man, as we're looking at Brian Ebert now. They're in 87. Not running the lug nut cereal car. Probably making a big joke at me, throwing up the cornflakes car. As the pace car's lights are out, so we are going to be going back green. Good stuff, good stuff. As Bryce Hinton and Shane Haas gonna take us right back into the Pedley's start zone and kick this off, as we will not see another caution until lap 75. So anybody that's involved in a wreck is gonna have to deal with it, as we are off. Bryce Hinton moving to the high side. Bryce Hinton on a mission tonight. You can just tell he's driving that JBL 28 like he never has before. I mean, this man is out here battling. Brandon Bikey, TWRS, he's making him move now. He's up on the high side, right behind Brandon. I do believe Brandon Showers. Indeed, Brandon Showers there just up in front of him. wow, oh wow. A lot of stuff going on. A lot of stuff going on. Just noticed my mic was muted there for just a tad bit. Hopefully it wasn't too long. If there's somebody in the chat that's listening, let us know about how long it sounded like we didn't have comms with you. Guys running strong up front. Looks like Bryce Hinton might have touched the wall there as we got an indication of an Evan Perry crash. So we're going to go take a look at what happened. It's only showing him at the moment. Full speed. Not sure what happened with Evan Perry, but he has had to pull over. Definitely not sure what happened with Evan Perry there. Evan Perry just got a full new setup tonight. So we're not sure what happened with him there. We're going to try to get him up into the chat. Evan Perry, you got comms?
I do have comms, Tommy. How you doing?
Pretty good, man. We seen you had to pull over there. We're just trying to see, is everything okay, or what you got going on?
Everything is good, kind of. This whole 3-screen setup that I just set up, finally got it all put together. FPS is just acting a little funny. Dropped down to 10 FPS. I did not know where I was going. Couldn't see anything. So just trying to get that situated a little bit, getting used to it.
Yes, indeed, man. You got to remember now, you're pushing three monitors, so it's going to be essentially 3 times harder on the system. So you're probably going to have to lower some settings more than likely, man, or upgrade that that GPU next.
Yeah, definitely learning that, and I think that's what I'm going to have to do is get a little upgrade on this. But we'll look for some settings and get back out there.
All right, man. What chat were you in again? I'm going to move you back.
Just move you back wherever. I'll get a move.
All right. All right, well, we are back live. We are back live looking at the track. Looks like somebody might have going off track now. Several guys there on the back stretch. Not sure. Looks like they might have been lap cars just getting out of the way, not wanting to cause any issues, as Nick Bauman is overtaken Ryan Wilson there as Trevor Haley's locked on there with his teammate in the 88. As we're up to lap 68 now, I'll remind you, we're looking at lap 75 for the stage. These guys last pitted lap 5, so they're definitely going to have to pit again. But we're going to take a look at our lap leaders once again as we see Trevor Haley and Nick Bauman, both of Dark Horse, both 1 and 2 at the moment with the most, 17 apiece. As Kyle Cameron has 8, Bryce Hinton as well. Our biggest gainers, Easton Collins, is up 40 spots all the way to 5th place at the moment. Easton Collins there on the bottom, right behind Ryan Wilson. Brandon Bikey all the way up at the wall. He's dropped back to 8th at the moment. No help just yet for Brandon Bikey there on the wall. As we're 3 wide, coming up on more lap cars, so we're definitely going to be watching this. Watching this as they're already getting into each other. As there is a wreck. ADM's Easton Collins is involved in it. We're not going to be able to go back and see that one just yet. So we'll take a look at it here in a moment, as we are 5 laps away. You know what? We'll go ahead and see it really quick. Brandon Showers, we'll take it full speed. Taking it full speed right here. And we'll take it from this angle, full speed right here. Bryce Hinton, it looks like, just came down on the ADM driver, Easton Collins, in the 63. As we're going back live. Four laps. Taking us to 3 laps to the stage right now. It looks like these guys are heading down pit road. Gonna be a lot of guys. We're gonna try to watch it here from the Highline blimp. Seeing Ryan Wilson getting into his pit. Looks like he got in pretty smooth. Trevor Haley and Nick Bauman. Looks like Nick Bauman is having to share a pit, or a car is just broke down right there. As Nick Bauman, fuel only. We're going to take a look at those stats. As Brandon Bikey, it looks like, as well. Looking at some of these pit stop stats. Yes, indeed. We see Nick Bauman, fuel only. Trevor Haley, fuel only. Brandon Bikey. Ryan Wilson elected to take 2 tires. Probably why he might have dropped back a spot or 2. Pit strategy is everything. Carlos Andrade is currently being tracked as leader, but as you can see, he's heading down pit road, also in a Cornflakes car. As we're getting linked back up with Nick Bauman, as he's got Trevor Haley right on his bumper. They're up through, bringing it to 73, so it'll be 2 laps to go for the stage. Brandon Bikey there with the 73 right behind him of Nicholas Milbrand and Ryan Wilson. Like John Cole Morgan in the 64. He's there to make a push as well. This here is going to take us 1 to go. Nick Bauman of Dark Horse leading the way for stage 3. We typically only do 2 stages, but we figured, you know what, for the last race of the season, we'll go ahead, we'll do 3 stages. As Nick Bauman, with his teammate in tow right there, looks like he's kind of judging it, as Brandon Bikey making a move. Brandon Bikey's making a move with Ryan Wilson, the Wolf, right behind him. Ryan Wilson giving him a good push. As we're coming up through turn 4, is it going to be enough? Is Brandon Bikey and Ryan Wilson going to be able to overtake as Nick Bauman is coming through? Brandon Bikey making his move, dropping down low. Not going to be enough. Not going to be enough as Nick Bauman takes the stage.
Any thoughts on pitting or staying out at all?
Trevor Haley right behind him. We're going to take it back and take a good look at a photo finish there. See if we can't get a good photo finish. Oh, we missed it. Try it one more time. All right, let's see. Nick Bauman. They're pulling it down. Nick Bauman pulling stage 3. With his teammate there, Trevor Haley, right behind him. So it looks like Brandon Bikey is going to take 3rd with Wilson picking up him some stage points as P3. And we're going to take it back. We're going to take it back, and we're going to watch it live from the blimp one time. And there you have it. Nick Bauman pulling it in. Looks like John Colmorgan picking up P5 there for the final point of the stage. As we're going back live. All right. Taking a look here, does show a lot of these guys heading down pit road. Juan Escamilla been real quiet. I don't think we've seen him all night. We're definitely going to get some eyes on Mr. Escamilla here very soon. I can assure you he's working his way to the front with 4 wins in the Highline Racing Network under his belt. No way he's planning to stay in the back. Probably just taking it easy. You know, there's always that race. You know, there's always that race of attrition. You know, you gotta still have a car at the end, you know. So that's more than likely what Juan Escamilla is doing right now, just playing his cards. Looking at chat, they're calling out the man, Sean Stamper. Looking for Mr. Stamper as we speak. Sean Stamper currently in P12. Sean Stamper with the high line across the back there. Hoping to get good eyes on him here soon as he's coming through. Not exactly sure what that says on the hood. Pace car's lights are still on. So we'll be going by one more time. Nick Bauman, Trevor Haley, Ryan Wilson, Juan Escamilla, and Brandon Bikey. We're going to pull Ryan into the chat. Pulling him in now, as we got a minute with him. Ryan Wilson, you in the booth? You got comms?
Oh yeah.
Well, I got to tell you, man, we got eyes on you, and we see you P3. We see you fighting. We see Brandon Bikey there, not too far behind, but all of a sudden, Juan Escamilla is in the fight. Hey, man, what's the plan?
The plan is to show these DHR bozos who's boss. They're talking a little smack, so I think the days of pushing are over for them as far as my car.
I
But
hear you, so y'all battling.
yeah. So me and Brandon had a good run going, but it just, the one random behind us pulled out, and then we were in the middle of 3 teammates. So
I hear you there. But, you know, it's going to be tough. You know, you got Nick Baum and Trevor Haley 1 and 2 right now. Juan Escamilla 4. And then it's you and Brandon. You know, looking further back, you got Jerry in P7. Sean Stamper, next closest good friend, and in P12, and then Brian Hayes a little bit further back in 14. So you got your work cut out for you, man. But I'll get you back down with your team, and good luck to you.
Well, I appreciate it. I done told them it's time to go.
Oh, yes, sir, man. Money moves time. Money moves time. All right, that was Ryan Wilson, currently in P3. But we got Nick Bauman and Trevor Haley leading us back green. As soon as they get into the Pedley start zone, it will be on Nick Bauman. As he's waiting for green. And they are off. These guys are battling. We'll be coming up on 20 to go. Nick Bauman and Trevor Haley still maintain topside dominance. We're going on board with TWRS's Brandon Bikey, as he's there on the bottom, currently in P5. Battling right here, trying to stay with Ryan Wilson, it looks like there. We do know that Ryan Wilson and Brandon Bikey talking. So they're working together. We know that Dark Horse, the 88, the 12, and Timothy Tyler, as well as Juan Escamilla and the Showers boys, we got some guys in there talking trash, apparently. So they done got the wolf all upset. Yes, sir, as he's in the lead on the bottom at the moment. Pulling it around there with Brandon Bikey right there with him. Looks like we definitely had some cars that went off track back there. Got some guys wrecking, it looks like. Eric Hayden has gone around. We're going to see what happened to Eric. Looks like Eric Hayden is there with his teammate. We're going to have to take this back a little bit further, I think, to kind of get a good idea of what happened. And we'll take it full speed. Like the Valvoline got into somebody. And then as Eric Hayden tries to bring it back up on track, just comes right across his teammate's nose and then just gets annihilated. Just didn't realize his teammate was right there. Trying to see, I do believe Brandon Showers got caught up in that. We're going to take it back on Brandon Showers. We'll see that real quick, and then we're going to go back live. I do believe Brandon Showers, who might be having a blinking issue, looks like this is where it kicks off. We'll take it quarter speed just to see exactly how the wreck started. As the 27 there holding the middle line, Brandon Showers right behind the 46 with Bryce Hinton right behind him, as Bryce Hinton gives him a bump, sends him out of whack, and into Jerry Bergeron as well as the 27 there. As we'll take it back and go full speed one time. Not the angle we wanted to see. We'll take it back one more time. There we go. As we're going back live, Ryan Wilson and Brandon Bikey out front as they're coming up on Sean Stamper, who got caught up in one of the wrecks here just a moment ago as he's getting lapped. All of these cars are going to need to pit again. There might be a few that'll be able to go a little bit longer that were involved in those wrecks. Pitted back in 82 and 81. We're now at 86 on the lead. As Nick Bauman and Bryce Hinton overtaking. Brandon Taylor in LBS's Project Alpha car. We're going to have to see our biggest gainers to this point as Brandon Bikey's up 41 spots. Carlos Andrade as well. Jerry Fassett currently in 10th spot as we speak. Brandon Bikey still looking to make moves there with Ryan Wilson. But Jerry Fassett, like I say, P10 falling off. Looks like he might be picking up, trying to help out Sean Stamper a little bit, keep him up to pace as much as he can, being a lap down. Alex Galloway back there with Lee Ball, Nicholas Milbrand, Randy Showers, all of these guys trying to get laps back. Randy Showers is in on the lead lap. These guys are just trying to catch the lead pack, but at the same time, they're too wide. They're pretty far back. No way they're going to reach them at this point. Over a full turn away. At this point, they're just racing for position going into the caution. I'll let you guys watch the crank it up for just a moment. We'll be looking at 89. Turn 4 when the leaders get there. That's coming now. They're up to coming into turn 3 now. So as the leaders reach turn 4, coming out of turn 4 thereabouts, that's when the caution is going to come out for those wrecks.
Caution's out. Can you look at those temps real
Caution
quick,
is
bud?
out. Bryce Hinton, Brandon Taylor, Ryan Wilson, David Applegate, Brandon Bikey, Eric Rodman, John Cole Morgan, Carlos Andrade, and Jerry Fassett. Our top 10. As we'll be preparing to go into pits for that last fuel stop. We'll remind you, got 3 green-white checkers. So there's going to be a few guys that are going to chance it. They're going to probably take less fuel. Try to gain some position. Hope for the best. There's going to be some other guys that are going to take practically a full tank to make sure they got enough for all 3 green-white checkers tonight. You know, it's a gamble either way. And we'll see what happens. Sean Stamper getting more shout-outs from the chat. And Sean Stamper is back in 24th. He's now on the lead lap. But he's still got to go all the way around as he's in turn 1 and the pace car is in turn 4. So once he's caught up, he'll be heading into pits with these guys. No point in Sean Stamper staying out. You know, at this point, if he stays out, it's really not going to do him any good because he's had to get laps back, so he's going to have to get filtered to the back regardless. As we got guys heading down pit road. As Nick Bauman and Bryce Hinton looks like first ones out. Pit stop stats. First through 11, all fuel only. Jerry Fassett elected to take 2. The guys around him also fuel only. Looking at our repairs tonight, Juan Escamilla has had to get over 24 minutes of damage taken care of tonight. Jerry Bergeron, 17. Kenneth Brown, Chase Shipley, a lot of guys. Jerry Fassett, some significant damage this evening. Lap leaders, though, Nick Bauman having led 33. Impressive considering the damage that he's had to take care of. More than likely, ended up having to back his car up, use one of those fast repairs. Brandon Bikey, he's holding down P3 at the moment. Brandon Bikey, the lone TWRS driver in the field tonight that we know of. Nick Bauman there. He's got his Dark Horse crew, but the closest one to him is Randy Showers. It's back in P11 at the moment. Ryan Wilson looking for help, you know, across the two different AWR teams in the race tonight. Top 10, Kyle Cameron, the captain. He's back in 10, so he might be able to bid. You know, he might be able to help his teammate Jerry Fassett right there in the mix as well. Brandon Taylor and Larkin Boyer. Looks like Brandon Taylor not having a whole lot of help as Larkin Boyer back in 18th. He's going to have to make a big push to get up there. Sean Stamper, as we said, filtered to the back. Jim Segredo also way back in 27. Easton Collins going around the field right now, probably not the smartest, as Bryce Hinton and Nick Bauman are coming into the start zone, taking us back green. It looks like Easton Collins made it as far as turn 2 now. That's definitely going to show. It's definitely going to be an issue more than likely, because a lot of these guys are going to be wanting to go 3 wide here very soon. As there's already looks like some guys putting out some feelers as they are going 3 wide as we speak. Brandon Bikey there on the bottom, locked on bumper to bumper with the JBL 28. Eric Rodman in the house in the 37. He's making a move up on the high side right by Nick Bauman. Jerry Bassett on the wall with his team, AWR, looks like, and Ryan Wilson, Kyle Cameron there on the high side with him as they're trying to make a push. Eric Hayden in the distance in the Penley's Garage AWR car. Bryce Hinton making the move as he's up here now in front, as Nick Bauman dropping low saying no sir. Nick Bauman now on the bottom as Bryce Hinton on the high side with Brandon Bikey, Ryan Wilson. Locked. Caution is out. The caution is out. Looks like Shane Haas has crashed. We're going to bounce back. There on the nose with the 37. We're going to take this full speed right here at this angle, and then we'll take it back, go blimp. Here we go. 27 gets sent down below. It looks like kicking this wreck off, and then comes all the way across the track, right back up into the field. Wow. We're going to have to take that and look at it one more time. We're going to have to go into the cockpit because it's Not smart. Not smart to go back up into the field there rather than just letting them all pass. Let's see. All right, we're going to take it full speed first. Looks like he just couldn't control it there. Doesn't look like he did it on purpose. As we're going back live, but man, he wiped out a lot of guys there. While we're here, we're going to go ahead and kick it back to the Lug Nut commercial, and we'll be right back with you.
Before every race, I make sure my lug nuts are tight and my breakfast is tighter. Lug Nut Cereal Pride, breakfast at high speed. People always ask what makes me so fast on the track. Talent, skill? Nope, Lug Nut Cereal. It's the only breakfast built like racing tires because champions don't eat flakes, we eat lug nuts. Get yours at stores near you. This is what keeps me going after getting turned on the last lap.
If the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never the goal.
Riding on the circuit, hear the engines roar. Got my crew behind me, taking over the floor. While the haters hate, I'm on the set.
All right, we're back with you, man. Let's take a look at what we got. We're looking at Bryce Hinton there in the 28, leading the charge with Brandon Bikey right behind him. Ryan Wilson there in P3, potentially trying to save gas. Kyle Cameron of AWR. Let's take a look at these dynamics as Bryce Hinton, a free agent, if you will, currently just running JBL with TWRS's Brandon Bikey. We of course know TWRS is one of the sponsors of on the Highline Racing Network. So those guys are definitely going to be friends. You know, they're definitely going to want to work together. But Kyle Cameron's there too. So Kyle Cameron has, you know, if he has a bone to pick, he's going with Ryan Wilson. Jerry Fassett also now in the mix. But we're looking at Nick Bauman, Mr. Talladega. Never down and out. As he's P5, he's still got a legit chance. As it looks like we're going to have, a natural green-white checker coming in when we go back green. Juan Escamilla, he also is, you know, he's not waving the white flag yet either, as he is up in P10. And with 3 green-white checkers, 1 wreck up front. If he's able to get through just like that, he, you know, Dark Horse is back in it. But right now, I think it's going to be real tough. It's going to be real tough to see how this transpires, you know, because Trevor Haley's back in P15. I take that back. P16. There on the high side, Trevor Haley. He's got Hunter Welch. I apologize. He's got Brian Duncan. Brian Duncan right in front of him. And Brandon Taylor behind. He's definitely got guys with him right now that would be probably great to have going to the wall and making a push to the front. Because like I say, Brian Duncan, he's a VRX driver. Everybody knows VRX is top notch, so he's going to be making his move. Trevor Haley's more than likely going to take it with him. But Bryce Hinton and Brandon Bikey going to be bringing us back into the Pedley's Garage start zone. Bringing us green with 3 to go on the natural green-white checkered, if you will. 3 to go at the line. Kyle Cameron and Ryan Wilson, Jerry Fassett rounding out the top 5 as the green flag is out. Bryce Hinton on it strong. Brandon Bikey with the best jump. Kyle Cameron right there with him as they're already locked on. Ryan Wilson just now reaching the bumper. Just now reaching the bumper of the 28. Jerry Fassett making his move. He's down low. We got to push. We got to push up high on going 3 wide. Taking a look at it deep. Nothing significant happening. Looks like they're all holding it. The 63 of Easton Collins, the only lone driver out there, as he is struggling to get up to the pack, as he was down quite a few laps not too long ago. Just like that, Nick Bauman in the lead. On the bottom, Brandon Bikey in the middle. The caution is out. Carlos Andrade crashed. We're going to go see it. Looks like John Colmorgan is involved as well. We'll take it full speed here. Wow, so unfortunate for Carlos. See it one more time, quarter speed, as it looks like Jerry Bergeron. Looks like Jerry Bergeron tries to go up, not realizing John Colmorgan is right there, which in turn hits him up into the 27. These guys are glitched out into each other, still taking the 52 out. Wow, we'll take it back. We'll take it back and see it one more time. That is unfortunate for Carlos Andrade, as well as John Colmorgan. Really unfortunate for the 52, as well as John Colmorgan there. We'll be right back. We're going to talk to race. All right, just double checking to make sure this is the first green-white checker of the evening. I know a guy, he can do some serious things. I'm gonna talk and see if we can't work something out. I really want to get something that will tell me what, and tell you guys what green-white checker we're on, how many more we have, etc. I want that as a graphic that I can display. Recently was looking into it, kind of think I can create what I need to make it happen, but I'm going to run it by a computer genius I know, make sure it's legit, and if so, hopefully we'll have that here shortly, if not by next season, which we don't know the exact date that we're looking at for the next season. We're going to team up with all the different admins in Highline, and we're gonna figure it out. We're gonna say, look at, what do we want to do? Do we want to go a month from now? Do we want to go a month and a half, 2 months? We'll see. We're not in a big rush, but we want to keep making sure that we're putting out an outstanding league. Next one's going to be significantly different. We're going straight into the league sessions, moving out of hosted, bringing a set amount of guys, and that's it. And so when we start recruiting, man, if you want to be a part of the Highline League, like I said, it's one of the most popular leagues around right now. From what we've seen across leagues being tracked by Sim Racer Hub, Highline has the most drivers I've seen in a league run through there. Tons. So, but we'll see. Like I said, we're taking it into the league, so it's going to be significantly different. It's going to be much more professional. Cautions will be coming out more frequently. Like I said, but we're looking to bring in. We're looking to bring in drivers we can trust, drivers that we think will be competitive, but at the same time, drivers that are not going to be wrecking on a regular basis, drivers that are not going to be blinking on a regular basis. We need guys with decent FPS, if you will. These guys got to be able to keep the race clean. It's dangerous for other cars when guys are blinking. It's even more dangerous when, or I shouldn't say it's more dangerous, but it really adds to everything. When a guy's blinking on the broadcast, we see it potentially causing wrecks, the whole nine. When it's not causing wrecks, it still looks bad. So we try to steer away from those guys as much as possible. And when we move into the league, that will be a strict requirement. If you are having a consistent blink out on the field, you're going to have to pull over. You're going to have to retire from that race, reset, try to get back in, do whatever it takes. If you get back in and your car's good to go, push along. We'll do our part to get you caught back up. Something along them lines. We'll work that out. But if it's not, man, you're not going to be able to race because we got to keep it looking right. As the pace car is in, we are going green with Brandon Bikey and Nick Bauman in the start zone now as it is on. Alex Leeball right there on the bumper. All Bikey knows behind him right now as he looks in that rear view is a whole lot of 24. Nick Bauman there on the high side. All he sees in his rear view is the 55. But we got Juan Escamilla making a move. Juan Escamilla is back there making a move as he's going to the wall looking for somebody to go with him. The 12 tries, hits the wall. Brandon Showers as well. Looks like three Dark Horse drivers trying to link up. It looks like if Juan Escamilla is going to do it, he needs to do it now so he can try to pull Trevor Haley. It does not look like he's going to, as Nick Bauman's there on the high side. He's got the 88 of Brandon Taylor in the Project Alpha LDS car running. He's out there getting all the data on this one as he's all the way up. He's all the way up at P4 at the moment. His teammate way back in 16th. Looks like we might have had some guys getting into it back there. Watching now as Brandon Taylor dropping down low right behind Nick Bauman. Oh, Nelly. He's getting loose. Nick Bauman trying to make his move. He's getting wrecked. He's getting wrecked. Oh, they're going around. It looked like Trevor Haley has got it. Trevor Haley has got it. Oh my goodness, on the final. Trevor Haley's got it. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. We're going back. We got to take it back. We're definitely going to be seeing that one. Quarter speed here. We've got it on Trevor Haley now. It looks like Trevor Haley's there up against the wall. Fourth car back. As he's dropping low right here. Keep in mind, Trevor Haley is the champ. Almost lost his sponsorships due to not winning a race in his contract stating he must win a race. He won stages, you know, he was the champ, he was, you know, he won the league early but hadn't picked up a win. And then here it looks like he pulls it out. So this is what we were really wanting to see right here, but we're gonna keep this going, get a photo finish, and then take it back to here. There, Nick Bauman is going around, and Trevor Haley finally getting the photo finish. Good stuff, Trevor Haley, man. Congratulations. Seriously, man. Congratulations. Unfortunate there for Nick Bauman. Couple car lengths away. As we're going to take this back. We're going to see this replay from a couple of different angles. We're going to take this back and we're going to see this from a couple of different angles here. Looks like Nick Bauman just comes across the nose of Trevor Haley there. And wow, looks like these two guys hit in the air. Looks like Nick Bauman and Juan Escamilla may have hit in the air. Whoa. That was crazy. Watch this in quarter speed. Watch as these cars fly across the screen here. Oh, wow. Taking it back a little bit more. We're going to go on board with Nick Bauman, I think, here. No, we're going to go on board, I think, with Juan Escamilla, if we can. Really fast. Not sure where. There we go. We're going to go on board with Juan Escamilla here. It looked like these guys hit in the air if it was the same car. Full speed.
Tommy Rogers.
Yes, sir.
Jump in race control for 1 split second.
Well, I'll be there momentarily.
Or check your phone.
I'll be there momentarily.
Thank you, sir.
All right, looks like we might have a little bit of a controversy over the finish. So we're going to take this back to here. We're going to go ahead and pull up the race result. And from here, we're going to go live into race control. All right, guys, I'm live in race control with you guys. So what was it you were wanting to talk about?
Well, unfortunately, it looks like Trevor dips below both the double yellow lines coming through the tri-oval. So as race control
position.
Yes.
By causing a crash.
Wreck the leader.
All right.
So we are looking at a disqualification of the 12 car.
Wow, let's go back and see. I want to remind everyone we are live right now. So give me a second. We're going to go back and see if we can't find exactly what you guys are talking about. And looking for Trevor Haley. We're on Trevor Haley, and we're going to start bringing this back. We see him at the tri-oval there. All right. You guys are probably going to be behind on this as you guys are watching, but I'm going quarter speed, and we're going to go far chase, quarter speed right here as Nick Bauman is there on the high side. Trevor Haley is taking the bottom lane. Trevor Haley now has obtained the bottom lane. Nick Bauman comes down right in front of him, and it looks like he tries to check up and hit the 88 there, but it looks like the 88 cut him off, which looks like it threw him out of control, which allowed him to go below the yellow a little there, if that's what we're talking about. But I don't know for sure. We'll take it full speed. So here Trevor Haley is, got the run. 88 gets a bump below him. It looks like he tries to avoid hitting him, but in turn ends up causing a wreck. That's the way I'm seeing it. In race control, you guys are saying you think it was a little bit more than that. And race control is all in, I guess, agreeance that the 12 is DQ'd, or is it still up for debate? Jim Segredo, you got comms?
Yes, sir.
So is that the plan? You guys are you guys reevaluating still, or is it or is the decision made at this point?
I'm going to say let's reevaluate for 1 minute here, and then we'll come back to you.
All right. Well, I'm going to go back up to the broadcast booth. You guys hop up there when you guys have made your final decision. When the final decision is made, the final decision is made. So there is nothing further after that. So I will talk to you guys shortly. All right, we are back in. As we're going to bring in, at this point, we're going to look at the podium as we're seeing Brandon Taylor, David Applegate, and Trevor Haley. We're going to pull Trevor Haley. We do not have those other guys, and we're going to talk about the scenario. As we got Trevor Haley in the booth, I'm not sure if you're tracking, but apparently there is controversy as the admins are reviewing the incident going below the yellow.
Yeah, I got you.
So do you want to give your take on that scenario, on how that all went down, Trevor?
Well, I guess in my case, I didn't pass anybody, and I got back onto the track before I passed anyone. Unfortunately, Nick and
I
not
think
sure who it was.
Well, I think
Landon got together.
I think what they're looking at was that in the replay, it looks like you go below the yellow and are a part of maybe a part of the reason why the guy, the leader, got wrecked, and then you, of course, obviously passed him to there. So I think that's kind of what they're looking at, but I'm not 100% sure at the moment.
Yeah, I don't know. I guess we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it definitely looked, at just a quick glance, looking at it, it looked like, to me, like Nick came down in front of you. You had a run. He comes down he gets bumped, but he also drops down in front of you, causes you, it looked like you didn't want to wreck him or wreck yourself. It looks like you dipped down below the yellow at that point, but at this point, contact is being made between, it looks like all three cars, and there's a wreck, and you're able to advance position and ultimately win the race, pending the final results. And I do see Jim Segredo is in the booth, so we will hear what he has to say now.
Race control took a look at it. It was a unanimous decision. Looks like the 12 is going to be disqualified from the race.
Well, there you have it. So our new winner is Brandon Taylor. Well, it doesn't look like I've got Brandon Taylor to talk to. I do still have Trevor Haley, and that is extremely unfortunate, Trevor. I seriously apologize. That it went down like that right there at the end. But we'll give you an opportunity to make your final say on it, and we will go from there. But it was a bumpy road. Getting here was a tough race, and but man, oh man, the drama. You got the floor, Trevor.
I mean, I don't agree with it, but it is what it is, I guess, about how my season's gone. I just like to thank everybody, and it was a good season. I'm champion. I guess I can be happy about that.
Yes, sir, and you'll be receiving, hopefully in the coming weeks, the first Highline Racing Network League Championship trophy. So congratulations there. We are really hoping to see Dark Horse come season 2. We're going to be doing it different. We're going to be going into the actual leagues. We're going to go in with set drivers, set numbers, the whole 9. And we're going to do it. We're going to try to put out one of the best real leagues, if you will, that we can, man. And we hope to see our champion there along with his team. And we will be in touch, and we'll talk to you later, Trevor.
All right, thank you.
Yes, sir. All right, there is a ton of people in the waiting room at the moment. We are going to see if we can't pull in the CEO. We've got the CEO of Dark Horse Racing in the chat. Are you understanding that it does appear as if Trevor Haley was DQ'd.
Yeah, I am aware. I don't agree with it, but you know, Trevor had an awesome season. He deserved to win the championship. I mean, I understand that they make their decision about it. I don't agree with it, but you know, it is what it is.
Yeah, you know, that's just kind of how it is sometimes. You're not always going to agree, and you know, there's a lot of stuff that goes into play when you have to make those decisions. A lot of it is subjective, and you know, they have a full group of guys down there, you know, that are all looking at it together, all evaluating it from multiple different angles, and you know, trying to piece what they think occurred. You know, but ultimately, you know, it did not end in Trevor's favor here. Um, and you know, at the end of the day, it's unfortunate, you know, because he's a champion driver. You know, I think a lot of people, myself included, really were rooting for him the last, you know, 5-6 races to get a win. You know, we really
Oh
wanted to
yeah,
see that happen. He
we
came up short.
we were trying to work with him to this race to get him that W because we all wanted him to get it, but you know, like I said, it was a great season for Dark Horse. All in all, you know, I'm proud of everybody. Nick, Juan, Trevor, Brandon, Randy, you know, everyone else that joined. You know, like I said, you know, I understand their decision. They got to make the decision. Of course, as an owner, I don't agree with it, but you know, I'm always going to stick up for my driver. But hey, hell of a job on the broadcast, man. You did an awesome job this.
Hey man, I appreciate it. You know, it's my first season. Basically been learning race by race, trying to figure out how to use SDK, how to use the programs, how to use the plugins, how to do pretty much everything, all the while, you know, not being an expert on racing, not being an expert on driving. Uh, you know, at the end of the day, we're just trying to have fun. We're trying to make it fun for everybody. And you know what really would make it fun for everybody is to see Dark Horse Racing in season 2 of Highline Racing. It's going to be done a lot different. It's going to be in the actual league section, and you know, I personally want to obviously offer, you know, Dark Horse a spot there. We will have a certain amount of drivers per team. But Dark Horse, whatever that number be, that once we decide amongst the team, if Dark Horse has enough drivers to put 2 teams together, we definitely would love to see Dark Horse out there if you guys are looking to run with us again next season.
Yeah, we'll definitely run. We'll run it back. We'll win the championship. We'll dominate like we always do.
Hey man, I love it. I love it. Well, congratulations to Timothy Tyler, CEO of Dark Horse Racing, as they have pulled the championship together. You know, Nick Bauman as P2 and Trevor Haley, also, you know, the champion, coming up short tonight after review. But we'll talk to you later, Tim.
All right, thanks, man.
Well, there is a lot of guys in the waiting room. So I think we're gonna pull. Let me know in the chat if a bunch of you guys are really that are in the waiting room. If you guys are all wanting to come in, let me know in the chat. In the meantime, I'm gonna bring in LBS's Larkin Boyer. Larkin Boyer, you got
What's
comments?
up, man? Yeah, what's up?
Hey, we see you in the waiting room, so we figured maybe he wants to chat it up. What's on your mind?
I mean, that was just a great race. I just want to say thank you to Brandon Taylor. That was probably the best addition I've made to my team in a while. He is a great guy. He knows how to race. He's fast. I mean, he went from 20th to 3rd, you know, in such a fast time. And I was mainly just trying to get on here to tell you to interview him because he is a very exciting guy. He's very fun, and I mean, we are going to work great together. I think the combination of me, Josh McKinney, him, and Easton, he's working up. I mean, I'm really excited where this team's going, and I mean, this was by far the most excited night we've had for LBS racing since we've been a team.
100%. It looks like Brandon Taylor, do you have comms? You're in the booth.
In the booth?
Yes, you are. Do you got comms?
Can you hear me?
I hear you. I got Brandon Taylor in the booth, our P3 finisher in the Project Alpha car, newest signee of LBS. Give us your tell of the tape there, if you don't mind, Brandon.
Man, it was a crazy race for real. Like at the beginning, I was being patient, and then I missed my pit entrance because it was the first one, so I had to go back out, and I was 2 laps down. So I was like, all right, I'll just ride around. And then I got back out, caught into a wreck as normal, and then I was in the back about 3 to go, and I told my teammate there, I said, we're going to the front. And he said, are you sure? I said, yes, I'm sure. If it stays green, we're going to the front. And by God, it stayed green, and we went to the front. And we zigged and we zagged, and we got second and third, or second and fourth, or whatever it is. And it was a good race.
Hey, man, I did. I saw you. I saw you when you zigged. I saw you when you zagged. I also saw you when you zagged and then you zigged. But I got to tell you, go ahead.
We did it all this race. We was zigging and zagging, making the zigs and zags at the right moment.
I know, man. I saw you. I saw a couple times as y'all came through turn 3 there, waving American flag bandanas out the car as you come out of the turn. I was loving it. But what's really, the love in the room is Larkin Boyer right now. He's got nothing but, the highest remarks for newest driver to LBS, Brandon Taylor. Like I said, coming in here, pulling in a P3 in that 88, that Project Alpha car, out there pulling in all the data, all the intelligence, looking it up and looking it down. These guys are making serious moves, and, at this point in time, as you guys are making these serious moves, I would like to officially offer LBS a team in the Highline Racing Network Season 2, if you guys would like to be a part of it.
Oh, yeah, man, I'd like to be a part of it, but I'm going to tell you, Lark, man, I'm telling you, he took a chance. He's like, hey, you want to be my teammate, whatever. But, man, we just got along so good throughout the race. He raced good. We helped each other, and we finished up at the front. It was awesome, man. He's a hell of a driver.
Oh, we know it. Lark, you still there?
Yeah, what's up, man?
Well, what do you say? Is LBS going to be a part of Season 2 in the Highline?
Oh yeah, for sure. I mean, I think it's time for somebody new to come in and give guys like AWR and DHR, a run for their money. I'm tired of seeing them win over and over again. And I tell all my teammates when we get out on the track, it's like our only goal really is to beat AWR and DHR whenever they are on the track. So I'm ready to work, and I'm gonna outwork them, and I'm gonna do everything that I can to get my team where they're up front, just like they are, and winning races more than they are, and just beating them every Sunday.
I hear you, man. And basically, I can't change it now because of how it all went down, but unfortunate for Trevor Haley. Did you guys get a chance to see the replay?
Yeah, I watched it. To me, I was pushing the 88 car, the other 88 car, and the Trevor kind of got into the 88 car at the bottom, pushed him up into me, which caused me to spin to 88 going through the checker. Because I originally thought I got into the 88, but I thought he blocked me. And I got into him, but he actually got pushed into me by watching the replay.
I hear you, man. And
I don't really know how he got disqualified or none of that. I don't know what's going on with that, but
I don't know the final, like black and white, what they said, but basically, they're saying that, that he went below the yellow. The leader gets wrecked. All three, the top three cars there, they were all touching. They were all involved in it. I didn't get a good chance to really go through and, with a fine tooth comb at it by any means. So, you know, those guys got 4, 5, 6 guys down there really looking at it from 100 different angles. And that's what they came up with. They came up with he was DQ'd. I was just curious between you two guys, if
Yeah.
y'all saw the replay, do you agree with the
Yeah.
stance or do you disagree?
I actually, I agree with it. I look back at it, and Trevor Haley's a great driver. I mean, he's a great driver. All of DHR is really, and I look back at it, and I get that he got loose, but he for sure went under the yellow line and advanced his position. I mean, I saw he tried to let off, but I mean, he really didn't try to keep himself from going under the 88. So I think they made the right call there. I mean, it definitely could have gone both ways, but I do think they made the right call there. But I mean, somebody had to be in the wrong, right? I mean, you gotta do something to somebody because that finish was just wonky, and whether you think Ballman pushed him down or whether you think Haley went under the yellow line, they were going to have to give disqualification out to somebody. But I do think they made the right choice, and it helped me and my teammate out. So
It absolutely did. That pushes Brandon into a P2 finish, and it puts you on the podium. So that puts 2 LBS drivers on the podium with David Applegate, who has raced with us before. I do recognize the name, but he has not been available to talk to. So we definitely want to give a shout out to David Applegate. Great win, sir. You did a hell of a job there. But I got Brandon Taylor and Lark in here. We're gonna give Brandon first dibs at it. You can give a shout out, and then we're gonna get you moved down, and then we're gonna try to talk to Brandon Taylor. I'm sorry. Then we're gonna try to talk to Juan Escamilla. It looks like he's still in the waiting room. So you got the floor, Brandon.
Yeah, like I said, Lark, he's a great teammate. I'm glad that he added me on, and we worked great throughout the race. And I was just trying to be patient at the beginning and try to be there at the end, because prior races I've literally been in every single wreck and not caused not one, and it's been aggravating. So I actually finished where I deserved to be finishing, because I'm always up there. I'm always up there, but I always get caught in some crap because people ain't patient. So it was a fun race. It really was. Like I said, at the end, I was pushing the 88 car, and I was going to be happy to finish behind him. And he sent a block. He sent a heck of a block up on me. And then I kept pushing him. And then the car below him, Trevor, I guess it was, kind of like got up into him, pushed him up into me, which spun him coming through the checker. That's what I seen. I don't know about all the other stuff, but it was a good race, though.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. All right, Lark, you get final words from LBS tonight.
I just want to say, oh, sorry. I just want to say thank you to Brandon. I mean, he did a phenomenal job. I mean, I think we at LBS have set up a freaking force of a team. I mean, we are seldom all 5 together, during the race. And we're making it work with just 2 and 3. So, I mean, you get these guys like DHR who have 4 and 5, and, AWR who have like 6 guys in there, and we're still, bringing it to them. So I just want to tell all the teams, y'all keep y'all's eye out for LBS. And then I also want to give a special shout out to Eric Hayden, Jerry Fassett, and Easton Collins. Easton Collins, he's one of our development drivers. He's a really young guy. He's got a lot of potential, and we want to maximize that potential. So we got him in a practice session with Eric Hayden today, and me and Brandon Taylor, and we helped him get his wheel settings fixed up. And I just want to say, Easton, incredible job, man. You got so much better tonight. I'm very proud of you. I saw you up there. You were up there a lot. You were able to hold your line. And then thank you to Eric Hayden for making time out your day, to help me help this driver. And then Jerry Fassett also had some things to do with it. He's been very kind to Easton Collins and been willing to work. And I just want to give a special shout out to all of them. And I'm very grateful that I get to be here in Highline. It's a great community, and y'all are some great people. And Tommy, you've put together a great program.
Appreciate the words, and we will be in touch, Lark. We'll talk to you, and great race tonight, sir.
Yes, sir. I appreciate y'all.
All right. We got Juan Escamilla in the chat. Do you got comms?
Yeah, I got comms.
Well, we seen you in the waiting room. We assumed you had a bone to pick, so we're gonna. The guy that we thought was going to win the championship with 4 wins ends up having to take some time off, isn't able to race. His teammate, though, Trevor Haley, comes through, takes over, never looks back, wins the championship a week early. And to not have a win and then to pull the win out tonight and then to have it taken from him on a disqualification, that obviously subjective. Trevor feels one way. The admins, we've heard from a couple other drivers, they both agreed with the admin team. But we'd love to hear Juan Escamilla's take on it.
I mean, I get the disqualification. Technically he did not pass anyone below the yellow, but the fact that he did come up the track and did cause contact with Bauman there, I get that part. So it just sucks. But Trevor should keep his head high since he is the champion for this season. And even though he doesn't have a win to show for that, he can proudly say that he was the best driver out of this season by far. I'm not going to speak on the fact that I missed a handful of races. Life happens, but I wonder what could have happened if I would have ran those races there.
Well, man, you were on fire. 4 wins under your belt. You had a pretty decent lead on Trevor Haley at the time of your departure. But life is life, man, and at the end of the day, we're not getting paid for this, so you got to do what you got to do. But I'll just let you know, I had Timothy Tyler in here earlier, and extended the invitation to Dark Horse, even if it meant 2 Dark Horse teams coming into the next Highline League season 2. Which will be done through the actual league tab, and we'll have a set number of drivers, and much more control over a lot of the aspects of running a league by having the same drivers on a week-to-week basis. Like I said, we extended those invitations to Timothy Tyler for up to 2 teams in the league. Season 2 when that comes to be. Hopefully you guys will be around for that. Juan, what do you think?
I mean, more chances to prove that and show that why we were the best at every single track, and yeah, we go for it. It's not being cocky or anything, but this whole season before I departed, especially we pretty much dominated, and to continue that and actually put an actual serious effort. Our efforts here throughout the season, it's kind of weird since it's through the hosteds and stuff, so we get a random group of people every day. But
100%.
we feel like if we have a consistent group of people for next season, we can probably extend our gap a little bit. We have to race uncertainty every fucking race. Oh, sorry, I cursed. My bad. We have to race uncertainty every race, and that kind of ruins the potential for good results. So hopefully with that consistency of the drivers for next season plays into our hand there.
Absolutely. Like I said, it's going to be significantly different. Like I said, we're going to have the set drivers, we're going to have set numbers, well, basically it's going to be so significant. There's going to be a purse, there will be, money to win. So it'll be, like I said, it's going to be significantly different. It's not going to be green flag racing. It's going to be cautions as wrecks occur. We're moving out, if you will, from the arcade league that we just kind of put together here, and going into a full league. We're still going to do the hosted stuff throughout the course of the week, and we're going to be doing some events. But the league, the league's going to be invite only, and so it'll be it's going to be great, man. And we love to, like I said, we're extending the offer to Dark Horse to have upwards of 2 teams in the league. So hopefully you guys are there, and we'll give you a final word here, Juan, and then we're going to shut this. We're going to end the final broadcast of the inaugural season.
Yeah, so first and foremost, I want to shout you out, Tommy, for making this all happen. The season, the broadcast, the sponsors, the setups. I appreciate you and the admin team for everything y'all do every single Sunday and races throughout the week. I want to thank my teammates at Dark Horse Racing. Gutted for Trevor not winning today, but he is the deserving champion, so let's congratulate him on that. Team owner Timothy. Yeah, I have to shout him out. If not, I get fired. Shout out Nick. I don't know why I shout him out, but shout out Nick. All the showers, Brandon, Randy. And I want to shout myself out because I actually woke up in time and registered for the race, so I could have easily missed this race too. So, yeah.
All right.
And that's about it.
All right, man. Well, it was good to talk to you. It was good to have you this year. Looking forward to next year. And that's Juan Escamilla of Dark Horse Racing. All right, guys. Well, we had a mission, as we linked up with the admin team of, and all the guys, that, may or may not necessarily be admins, guys that played a major role, in this, that were there when other guys couldn't be, all of those guys, AWR as a whole, every one of those guys were major part, the different guys running admin to, Eric Hayden and Jerry Fassett, picking up when Jim needed a night off from being the race control, giving the rules, all of that. Everybody just stepping up and helping. Alex Leeball coming on board, SMT's Evan Perry, being there to help as well. Trevor Haley of Dark Horse, Craig Rowe, Dark Horse as a whole, a lot of these guys coming together, helping to make all of this, what it is today. And hopefully we're going to keep growing on that. Major shout outs to Pedley's Garage. None of this would be possible without our official sponsor with Pedley's Garage and TWRS, Team Watson Racing Setups, coming through, linking up with us as help from our man with AWR, Zach Cato, linking us and Brandon Bikey together, making us all happen. Just wonderful things all across. And big shout out to each and every one of you guys. We're looking forward to next season. All of us with the admin team are going to get together. We're going to piece a plan together, and we're going to get out here and we're going to implement it just kind of the way we've done, this season. We're gonna look at each and every race as we go, and we're gonna do our part to continue to put forth a pretty good broadcast for you. But more importantly, we're looking forward to next year's league, where we're going to be putting together some top-notch drivers for some serious league racing. And Big shout outs, man. Big shout outs to all the drivers for, coming on a weekly basis. Big shout outs to all the guys, in Dark Horse for all the great work they did. All the guys in LBS, CNY, SMT, all you guys came through, did great stuff for us. Even, all of the guys that raced, with us early on with S&M, much appreciated. Nothing but love. Keep doing you, man. And at the end of the day, Highline's going to keep pushing, man. We're going to bring some more stuff to you. We got some special events that are going to kick off before the season 2. So keep a lookout, man. Check us out on Discord. Check us out on Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, all that stuff. It's going to be on, man. Hopefully you guys are coming with us. We'll talk to you.
Please don't leave. See y'all next week.
Yeah, I'm in the vein, speeding like a dark horse. Nothing can contain me. Hit open pause. Every race I'm taking, you know what I leave the coast. Counting all the wins, it's me they love the most.
Watch me wiggle, watch me jiggle.